Is that one mine? Oh.
Right, welcome everybody to the final of the Scottish Open qualifiers here at Stanley Indoor Bowlers Club. The final is between Mark Higgins and Jack Bird. I'm going to hand over to the big lads who are coming in to do the commentary for the final, Mr. Bolt and Mr. Parkinson, so I'll hand you over to them folks.
Thank you very much, and I'm obviously the smaller of the bigger lads.
Smaller of the bigger lads.
If it's not punishment enough to have to lose on a tiebreak, I'm now going to commentate with this one.
Well, I know you were busy playing, but just before we start, I need to just make sure Rich is with the game here, because the last game, the semi-final, we did a fabulous introduction and talked about the Bromley event was going on, and then about 18 minutes into the show, Richie then decides that he'd forgotten to press going live, so we were just speaking to nobody for 18 minutes.
I think we got away with it there.
Honestly, man, I'm working with amateurs. It's a good job he knows about technology, because I'd have gotten shot of him by now.
Yeah, a whole 18-minute show to no one. Fabulous.
It must be the best part of the day.
Yeah, viewing figures were up.
So the roof.
Yeah.
Davey, my friends.
Oh, hello.
You were just saying something about the game at Potters in November, is that?
Potters always January.
And we're back. We're back in the room.
Sorry about that.
Look at my eyes, look at my eyes. Not around the eyes, not around the eyes, look at my eyes. I'm definitely going to whack some of that morphine I've got left over from that operation tomorrow.
I love that you put your bag here with your stinking shoes and your shirt.
I'll be floating up the drain tomorrow.
Some say you might have a better delivery.
Drop on. My delivery was shoddy today.
Mine was dreadful. Bounced them all over the show. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? So just finishing off the trial ends.
Should be a very good final. Both boys playing very good balls. Mark looked as though he played very well in the last live stream game.
Yeah, we've moved on to rink 7. Just trying to keep as many rink matches and things, just to try and be fair. Obviously, as they get to the quarter-final stages, it becomes an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. Fair opening ball here from Jack. Yeah, nice start.
Just having a quick look at the Bromley results, seeing if they've managed to get their final yet. Nope, still ongoing. Both semi-finals are still in play at Bromley.
Great opening ball from Mark. a great reply as well. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I played on this rink at first game this morning, whenever that was. So 12 hours ago or something, whoever it was. And
Nice ring,
yeah,
7. Big swinger down the 8 side, isn't it?
correct. I was going to say that. Yeah, it's a big swing down the 8 side. I actually played most of my bowls down the other side. I thought it was quite nice and a little bit more manageable.
Was it swinging a bit too much with your 14 yards of pace, like?
Oh, you're harsh. Oh, bolty. Oh, me heart. Oh, me heart. Which foot's you screwing?
The left one. See them wheelchairs over in the top corner, Jess. You might have to push me up and down one of them tomorrow.
Oh dear. Then I've got a motorised one.
I hope so.
Might need Richie. Richie's got the strength to push you up and down for 12 hours.
No, we've got the lucky on the cameras. He needs to look after the cameras.
I think you've been on that morphine already, giggling away to yourself.
Delirium.
Good stuff, is it? Yeah.
So what? Little touch on the jack for little touch on the jack for jack. Make a 3 potentially.
Catching up with the admin.
Looks on a line. Definitely looks on a line. Pace required.
Can you run off it?
Good effort. Mr. Higgins on a crest of a wave at the minute, isn't he? After the county singles title in Durham, outdoors.
Oh, is that what it was? Outdoors, is it? Yep.
Playing some good stuff.
I just said he was a chucker.
So, good opening end, on the mark.
The question is, Mark foot faulting as his foot
that
doesn't
jack-
appear to be
that jack-
fully over the mat when released.
That jack doesn't look online. Unless those spots are out, but that jack looks well out.
Quick measure.
Just looking at the tee. One spot.
I think it's going to be, I think it's about 6 inches up. I don't like to be too precise, but I think it's about 6 1/8 inches up.
6 and a what?
6 1/8.
6 and an 8.
Yeah. Yes, you're 6 1/8 inch up. Oh, God.
Well done, David.
Boo.
Use the scoreboard behind number 6. Our marker Gillian there from my part of the woods from Lancashire. She's did very well at Leamington. Got to the quarter-final of the ladies' fours and then the semi-final, I think it was, of the mixed fours.
Watch the stream.
Yeah, another new player to the PBAs.
Jack still looks right out. Must be just.
I'm just wondering, they've had the carpet stretched, haven't they? And I'm thinking when it's just starting to settle a little bit.
Possibly. Good opener.
Along the wall. Multitasking. Well, you've been in this situation many times, David. I know. I think we played a final against each other. I think, didn't we?
Cumbria.
I think you were lucky. I think, weren't you?
Yeah, I was extremely accurate with every ball, if I remember.
Off an edge, yeah. But it takes some doing, doesn't it? Because at this level, it's one of those things that you've been on your feet for a long time. These players have been playing 12 hours now. It's not just that playing. Is it that playing? It's mentally as well, isn't it? It's how you stay mentally fit for this period of time, because it's very easy sometimes in bowls just to drop your guard. And if you just have one crap end and drop a 3 or 4 in a 7-end set, you could be straight out of
Definitely. And the thing is as well, it's a bit of a catch-22 situation as well when you've got the world singles following this one today, because you've got the likes of Brett Hartley, who's gone out first round today, who's more than capable of qualifying.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to come in fresh as a daisy tomorrow.
Yep, exactly.
And he's going to be playing potentially against some tired legs and tired minds as well, because I'm shattered.
Yeah, I think there is pros and cons for set play. I think for what I do in the sport, as in the world bowls sort of side of things, I think it's the way forward.
Oh, definitely.
We can't, it's very hard to artificially generate interest or a climax, and for sets you've got that, because they're very, very short. It keeps that attention span. They're only an hour and a quarter, an hour and 20 minutes, but you get 2 climaxes, or maybe 3 if you go to a tie break. It gives you that enjoyment, if you wish, that waiting for it. Where you play a longer game, you can be waiting sometimes 3 hours for that climax and just not get it.
No, it always has been a great format. It's it's the only negative about the format is you could have somebody who wins the game
off a bit of fluke,
18-6 overall,
yes,
and loses the game. But that's the nature of the game. I suppose it's the same in. Do I mention darts much? I don't mention darts much, do I? It's the same in darts and sets and everything, isn't it? But no, it's a good. But like you said, that's the thing. It's mentally you have to focus on every single end, because one bad end and like you said, you're gone. But it wouldn't surprise me tomorrow if you see some of the players. Oh, this is very close off the inside edge. Yeah, it's a great ball. Well played, Mark. It wouldn't surprise us if you see some of the players who went out early or after maybe 2 or 3 rounds tomorrow get into the latter stages. I think it's rarely been done, hasn't it, in the 2-day qualifiers for 2 different competitions, the same person qualifying on the same weekend.
Yeah, yeah. I think especially in singles, we've had it singles and pairs. Trevor Taylor did it at Carlisle, didn't he? He did the singles and pairs, and there was another one as well, which just mistakes me. Yeah, but singles and pairs slightly different, but 2 singles, that's going to take some doing.
Definitely. Just hanging on. He needs the thin on the jack and he gets it. No, he has as well.
Wow. Back edge of the jack.
Yeah.
Just
on
the one,
jack.
thanks very much.
Squeezed it through the gap. He was two. Good ball regardless.
Gillian sporting that lovely outfit. XX20. Is it?
Well, I thought
Yeah.
she was wearing a umpire's uniform when she was in the bar earlier on. She's getting changed out of that one.
It's one of your sponsors of your podcast, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed. Very smart, the kid as well.
Yeah, it's definitely getting more colourful, isn't it? I mean, the dress code we have for PBA, it's any design, any colour, as long as it's not offensive, as long as it's made for the game, made for the sport, and that's the way forward. It allows people to invent their own image, if you wish, like the darts players do, as you would say. But I think that's key, having your own identity, and it just generates a little bit more interest, I think, than just seeing the boring old whites.
Yep. So come on then, who do you fancy in this? We'll start with Mackay, the lucky, on the cameras here. Who do you fancy?
Kind of hedge big bets and sit on the fence, but I'll go for Mark.
You're going to go for Mark? What's your thoughts, Mr. Parkinson? Who do you fancy in this game? You played against Jack, I've played against Jack, and I've been watching Mark today. We've got a...
Well, they're both very capable, aren't they? Let's face it. Consistency-wise, during the day, I think Jack's definitely got the edge. But you just never know. Do it sets plays, anything can happen. Like I say, both of these players are more than capable of going through. Jack has done it all before. Is that a benefit? Is that not get too et up, not too disappointed? You know what I mean, playing under that. Do you give yourself any pressure sometimes?
Well, Mark's been a little bit of a Neely man as well. He's always got to some latter stages of these qualifiers as well, but never quite got over the line, so that'll always play in his mind as well. He's got that chance to qualify for his first ranking tournament, which is pressure in itself. But I just think Jack's balls may be the difference.
On
They're
that hand?
Just in the game. I think on this rink at the minute, Mark's got to be on the knot with these, because he's got quite a strong bias ball.
Yeah, he's internationals, aren't they?
Yeah, Jack's just hold a really good line on there. He was getting a much better line than mine. I just think the balls might make a difference, because they're both more than capable of qualifying, so that's my angle. And with my record, Mark will win 2-0. That's the difference for me. He looked a good line there, and he's cut 18 inches under. That hand's massive, as you said earlier on.
Yep.
It's a huge hand, and you've got to get it out there, otherwise
You can nearly play the forehand and win round the back of the bowl.
Yeah.
This is the sets play, you see. At the moment, it's not getting the shot, it's making sure you don't lose 4.
I'm laughing at Kerry Davies'
I know, I just
comment there.
I just look sideways.
I did have a chuckle myself, Kerry. You probably couldn't see it, obviously off camera, but as he was saying it, I was having a little chuckle.
Well, what do you call it at the end, didn't it? It was
Yeah, it's a climax, absolutely.
climax of, like a climax of a film, or you lot are just unbelievable.
Shocking. Yeah.
Just
I said earlier on, if Mary Whitehouse was controlling us, would have been off by now.
We're back to my notes. God. It's taking me ages to finish these. Got some.
No, mate, you have your nuts.
Doesn't be that nibble of the gherkin, does it? Should be sponsored by McDonald's.
That's where I'm going after this, I tell you. No time for a vote tonight to make anything. So this is the key ones for me. If Jack can build heads like this, it's going to make Mark's job an absolute nightmare down that big swinging hand. Hasn't really got a runner. I think he's got to be just a precise backhand draw, I think.
Yeah. So if he drops the yard, he's still going to be tight, isn't he? You know, he needs to just fling it out and pray he lands into it. He'd be happy with just two here, I think.
Yeah. He's certainly out there.
Looks wider.
He's certainly out there.
He went through the two cameras. Have a look. All on pace now. Not far off, you know. Nearly got the jack for two.
Oh, he's played a smoker. Tremendous ball down that hand. Tremendous. You can only just go, well played, mate. Kick the balls in and swear behind his back.
Oh, here we go, just tapping into the Bromley live spreadsheet that we've got for you, and we have a final. James Rippey will face Lee Harris for a place in this Scottish International Open. And the Bromley the Bromley qualifier, the eyes have gone to sleep. Then we got back to the clear top, will face, the Bromley qualifier will face world number 1, Les Gillett.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I was looking at the wrong list there.
Well, you've got to beat him at some point, you're going to win it.
No, exactly.
Les is definitely playing
Great
really
start from
well.
Mark. Dale Hudson, as a bowls player, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? Park in. Get a life.
David Bolt.
Only joking, you know I love it.
I think the best piece of advice, if you want to play bowls, is to surround yourself with good players.
Oh, definitely.
Get playing with good players, against good players, and learn. You always learn, don't you? I think you've got to surround yourself with good people, haven't you? Ask. Bowlers are friendly. You know, if you're struggling and there's not a coach, you know, in your club, not every club has a coach. You know, ask for advice. Never be afraid of asking for advice. Never be afraid of changing. But I would definitely surround yourself with some decent players at a decent level. You won't learn off these people that are just happy to play social bowls and have a scone after 12 ends and things like that. Nothing wrong with it, but I don't think you're going to benefit from it. That was more constructive than David's was, Dale. Thanks for the question. You're just bitter.
Mine was, here we go, when I was 10-year-old and I started. One of the old timers, Richie will remember, Ted Hall from Grindon.
So we get to play that music, our tune.
Yep, if you can play a little bit of Last of Summer Wine here, that'll be good. And he said to me, if you're ever struggling in a game of singles, get the mat as far up the rink as you can, because he says the amount of bowlers who were scared stiff to draw to a ditch.
And that's funny, that's what I've been doing all day. Take the mat right over the green.
It's amazing how many people can't play it. Obviously when you get to the top end of the game, the majority of players can play anything, but at your club and potentially county standard.
Is that what you got?
Okay,
When I were a lad.
Here's a song from the northeast of England.
Many years ago.
God, you're so boring. Oh, do you chaps have different sets of bowls for indoors and outdoors? Easy, tied to drawing bowls indoors.
Nope.
I have just a couple of sets of bowls. And yeah, it depends on the speed. To me, it's not indoor or outdoor. It's the speed of the green, isn't it, or the speed of the grass. That's the only thing that dictates what I play with, personally. I prefer a stronger bias ball because I think there's a bit more skill in that. And I think some balls are getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and it just drives me mad. I like playing with pokers.
Could be a strong reason why you lose a lot, Jason, if you rely on skill. Anyway, yeah, I'll play with the same set of balls. Yeah.
Cheer. So I can't see your name on this final. Hang on, is it Higgins J Bird? Okay, about that. You may notice David's just lost an attack break. Not that is miserable.
Nah, I tend to stay
You
with this.
can shove your podcast and your commentary. I'm off.
Get out, get out.
Well, Jack, you're getting back. You're getting back, because if you are, you're very close. Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Let's sit down.
Not bad at all. What a ball that is. Marvellous. Some good balls early doors in this. Yeah, I just tend to battle through some of the heavier greens now. You just change your game. I don't think it really matters what you play with.
It drives me mad. Yeah, outdoor balls drives me mad.
Just launch them and play yard through all the time.
You can get beat off anyone with a set of balls, can't you? It's just rubbish.
I think we should all go back to lignoids and lignum vites.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? When you see the old Bryant days and see some of the greens they played on in New Zealand.
Oh,
They kind
man,
of played on
it's
ring 4, they lob it into ring 2.
Aye, let go of his ball, go and have a read of the paper, come back, and it's just about reaching the head. And we're 19 hours into this singles game. Great start, Jack.
With the lovely DRJ.
But then it's amazing as well, anybody who hasn't seen it before, if you go onto YouTube and put in David Bryant was playing a player from Hong Kong, I can't remember his name, and they were launching the balls indoors.
Phil Chock.
Phil Chock, was it? Crikey. Launching them and you're
1986
thinking,
Embassy
crikey.
World Singles Final, wasn't it? The year he won £300? Well, the year he won £300 that year, wasn't it? Yeah, Phil Chock, yeah.
Absolutely launching the balls. If you did it on this surface, crikey, it would probably go through the back wall.
Was that Cumbernauld?
Oh, I can't
Or Moat Park, was it?
Can't remember.
Coatbridge.
Oh,
Was it Coatbridge or
Coatbridge, that's it. Yeah, Coatbridge, you're right. It was like a felt carpet on it. Like, remember like the old Blackpool Borough, that kind of Cambrian felt, yeah.
I used to like the felt because you couldn't hear me bounce. It was nice and padded.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. And David takes the bra off his chest, just hits the floor.
Colin Walker saying Coatbridge.
Well done, Colin.
Gold star for Colin.
He would have played today, but he only has blue balls.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to see them on the grade.
Don't start him off, man.
Oh, well played,
played
Jack.
him out.
Great stuff. Great stuff. I would have had to get him to jump up and down next to his balls so we could see them.
Like the modern day Victor Meldrew. He's going mad. Typing as we speak.
Yeah.
Colin, I think he's line 2 actually,
Yeah,
mate.
he's like, you took the words out of your mouth there. You tell him, Colin. Huh?
I'm sure it's 2.
Little timer. A
Surely
little
goes onto the
timer.
jack, doesn't it?
I was going to say, you might thin his own through the pot, is it? Oh, yeah. Ouchie, ouchie.
I don't think that's the right shot, personally.
Mm.
I think he's only going on the jack into 3 down.
I suppose his thoughts are the way that hand swings, he's probably more than likely just
Right.
to trail the jack up
Jam
the
it in
jacks.
green.
But
I just think even if he gets the split, I can't see it missing the jack. If he gets outside of his edge, I can't see it getting the shot. I don't know.
that's why we're sat here and
Yeah.
there in the final, isn't it?
Never miss one here, do you?
Look on a decent line again here, Jack. Pace required. Just lacking a pound, wasn't he? Great effort. Not made things any easier for Mark.
Mark has to follow that down.
Bit of an action replay from his last ball. This way. Down the big swinger. You'll know if he likes it straight away because he'll chase it. He's interested. He's interested. He ain't a million mile away again, I don't think, is he?
He's not too far. It's too far, isn't he?
No, just over. It's a great effort, you know. Great effort. The first two of the game, is it?
Certainly is.
Colin will have his hitmen on me next week when I'm in Scotland. I'll have to have a motorcade. Biden will lend me his motorcade. Three new clubs for me next week. I've got visiting West Lothian for a meeting. I don't recall ever playing there. And I've got East Kilbride. Never been there, definitely. And Glasgow. Never been there. Have you been to them?
Don't think
Played
so.
at Mid Lothian. We played the international series at Mid Lothian, was it?
I don't think I've been there neither. Yeah, good opener again from Jack.
And later on in October we've got Abbeyview, which I think is further up. Is it Stirling way? Further than Stirling?
It's good to have the Scottish Open back.
Yes, definitely. Yes, and it just shows you, when we took the decision just to slightly change the venue to go further south, more into that commuter belt kind of area, to get the footfall through the door. It sold very well. You're always guaranteed a good time in Scotland, aren't you? They're very welcoming. Our scoreboard 4-2, isn't it? It says on the back. I'll get Gillian just to check the score.
No, it's to Jack.
On the screen, another screen.
4-2 to Jack.
That way, years too. Keep up, will you?
Oh, God, I'll give him one. Well, he's got two jobs. Keep the scoreboard up to date and do the cameras.
Claire. Thanks, Claire, for just seeing if these two are awake.
Oh, Dunfermline. Thanks very much, Colin. You got me good and proper, Colin, doing the commentary on the Bulls Scotland national final. Some of the pronunciations he got me, stitched me right up.
I think Richie should do the Welsh nationals. That would be good.
He did Welsh before, but I thought...
There
I
is
think
no
we-
better man to call a Welsh town name than Mr. Mackay.
Yeah, they're all kind of quite close to Delhi when he announces them, aren't they?
I jumped in earlier on to say Aberystwyth because he would have come back with Adberty Swythe or something like that.
I broke down once in the middle of nowhere going to Llanglin Dodwells, and I broke down. I was trying to explained to the guy,
I played Mark.
the
That's a
AA
great
guy, where
ball.
I broke down, and I thought I was in a little Welsh village called Danga Goslow. But I didn't realise the sign said danger, go slow. I was there for 4 hours waiting to be rescued. No one could bloody find me.
That's good for you, that one, mate. I'll give you that one.
It was interesting.
Just under the line here, Jack.
Sit back off it.
How near that, do you think, or is he same again?
One to mark, is it?
I think it's one to mark.
It's one to mark it with a backhand draw.
Doing the same again. That looks wider. That looks wider and quicker.
Yeah. So 1-8 on the last end of this first set.
Yeah, good solid opener from Mark.
Yeah, not a bad one.
Nice start for the last end. Good effort in reply.
Cameraman's woke up.
Put that sherry down. Slightly under the line, I think. Another one in the vicinity. Not bad here. Not bad
If
here.
he just flicks the jack closer to his own.
Oh, that could be the set lie. Don't think Jack will be short here. Might just yard over the pace into the pack. Plenty of play.
I think he might play a bit quicker, you know.
Yeah, I knew that. Certainly into something. It's where the Jack goes.
Yeah, good. Hit and recover. Just having a
Checking
quick
the
look
line.
whether the. Did you see there from the overhead camera that we're looking round about a big yard, aren't we? To the. Depends if it's out or not.
He's
Yeah,
actually
he's declared it. Yeah,
Mark's only about 18 inches behind that Jack now as well. If
So line a tied set, one ball each to play.
chance for Mark to heap a load of pressure on here if he can draw this close.
Yes, exactly. Needs to stop.
Yeah.
Needs to stop.
Yeah, good ball.
Set line.
It's a good ball.
Not much more you can do now. Just cross your fingers.
Well, ball's away. Yeah.
He's grimacing. I'm not sure if he thinks he's too quick. You
He
know, I think
likes
he's
it.
too quick.
He is.
He's
He's
flung it.
set the mark.
That's a bit of a let off.
I'm glad I didn't say it because I was just about to say these are the shots. Jack's played well from what I've seen today, and thankfully I didn't put the moppers on him. I expected him to get closer. I thought he would have at least made second at worst.
So Mark Higgins takes that first set 5-4.
Didn't like that.
Yeah, the Jack was probably just slightly shorter than what he wanted, I think. Travels a long way, the Jack, on this surface.
Yeah, I lost a couple today.
Mine was actually very accurate for a change. I developed a two bounce rule because I was playing so short. I thought I'd just bounce it and managed to bounce it into the right place quite a lot.
Jack's been playing really good length in this direction, but he's never quite nailed centering. Some perfect line here if his pace is good. Yeah, good ball, Mark.
I absolutely agree with Keith Avery's bloody
It's all
comment that I hate that. Don't you just hate that when you've just
Me.
lost but in the
Me.
tie-break and someone says there's always next year?
Me,
Oh
me
my
and Keith laugh about that all the time.
Oh dear.
We've only
drives
had
me
it for
mad.
about the last 34 years.
Don't worry, you played well.
It'll be on our tombstone, that one.
Oh.
It's the taken part that counts.
How far short is it?
One full ball off Jack high. That's consistent.
Mark should swing right away down that line. Pace was good. Sniff of a chance for Jack here. Still sticking with that backhand. Any
Can he
catch
get
on
back
his
to
own?
it? I guess he just needs to flick off it.
Should be enough. Yep.
Yep.
Close. Very close. A great ball
Oh,
from Mark.
great ball that. Good bit of driving just underneath.
I think Jack will switch his hand here just to try and trail that Jack in for 2 or 3. Well, first part's interesting. Needs to hang on now. Doesn't want the thin. Ooh. On the mark.
Just up from the first slot.
Oh, I think that's up.
Happy with it? Yep.
Doing a sterling job with these cameras, Mr. Mackay, I've got to say. Sterling job.
Some stubby fingers he's got.
If they're stubby, what's them?
Oh, yours have always been ridiculous, haven't they? Do you still get really sweaty palms? Remember in the juniors? You think, oh, I thought it's part of your tactic. You think, oh, God's sake, David Bolt's hand here. It's like shaking hands with a dead jellyfish. Remember Ghostbusters who've been slimed? It's like that. You're like, what's he doing? If only they were your toes, you wouldn't have fell over and broke your foot. Is it the Junior Internationals at the moment this weekend? It is, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Anthony Booth Young's on. Hope you've had a good first day, mate. First time playing for England. Well done.
Let us know how you've done on.
Yeah, let us know how you've done on, mate.
Comment. Good effort from Jack. Just not quite there.
Yes, you hold shot.
My shot falls short of the white.
Yeah, it's a good full ball pass in front of Jack High.
Good ball again from Mark. Good position.
Jack started off like a house on fire the first 3 or 4 ends, didn't he? It's funny, isn't it, how something just changes during the game. There's been nothing miraculous happen, has there? Nothing like no driving or anything. It's just something just changed.
Mark's just played good, steady balls, hasn't he? And he's played a couple of big balls when he's needed. He's got the Jack claim for 2 here, hasn't he?
Oh, great ball.
Great ball. All you can do is make your opponent have to play every single ball, and Mark's doing that at the minute.
Oh. Glasses have fell off me other. That'll swing a lot down that line. Pooh.
This could be
the chance.
Could be a very comfortable 3 for Jack coming up here.
That's it. You keep playing the balls, take your chance, don't you? Just pray. You get that's the thing I said earlier. You wanted that one slight dip in concentration at some point, and you let someone back in. 7 end sets makes it interesting.
Number 3
Take
comfortably in
advantage,
here. Yeah.
That's the things you have to do, isn't it? Take advantage of that little slip.
Great end from Jack there. Not a bad end from Mark, to be fair, but he played a big one with his 3rd ball.
I love a good hobnob. I love the way Ian's put me on the spot there, Mr. Webb. Question. For those that can't see the question is, what's the chances of more streaming for the national championships going forward? Very simple. Money, I think, isn't it? You know, there's only... I know you guys, you know, do it for the love of the sport, and I pay you in custards. But
when we work our way out, we might make a trifle.
So yeah. I'm not going to upset anybody, but it's one of those things, you know. Yes, we all want more streaming for things at a certain level. At some point, like same for you guys, you know, I'm not just saying this because I'm sat next to you, but at some point you need to be paid for what you do. And what that point is, I don't know. Going forward, you know, it's off the back of sponsorship or advertisement, isn't it? Basically, that's what will cover costs. You know, Bowls England, they did no streaming until last year. Last year we got pairs. This year we got pairs. It should have been both the singles, but obviously due to Her Majesty the Queen suddenly passing away, that was very quickly changed. Unfortunately, that was just out of someone's control. But let's talk about money. So, when you look at people moaning about the price, weren't you? It was it £4.50 and £7.50? Was it the ticket price, or £5.50 and £7.50? That's for a whole day's. Let's call it entertainment. People were churning and moaning at that. So I know when we do streaming, I don't get involved with the contracts for Bowls England. It's nothing to do with me. I just turn up. But on average, you know, for a professional streaming company, a business, let's call it, you're looking on average about £2,000 per day, I'd say. You could probably get it slightly cheaper, maybe if you cut corners. 4 days, £8,000 already. That money has to come from somewhere. To get more sponsorship, yes, I know if you do slightly longer deals, there's bound to be some way of some wiggle room there, isn't there? You can do a bit of a deal and cut the costs slightly, but let's just call it £10,000 for a week. Yes, we all want to see more streaming. I'm fully supportive of that. I think it needs to happen, but the big question is, where does the money come from? That is the question. We're slightly lucky. It takes a lot of hard work at the World Bowls Tour. We get that through headline sponsors and selling the advertising boards either side of the green. Yeah, it's a really good question, Ian. Very, very good question. What the answer is, not quite sure. It's people needed to put an awful lot of work in to generate more revenue for the sport. Is easy. I'm not prepared to slag anybody off, but I think that's what's needed. We need to generate. I think because bowls has been such a cheap sport for a while. I know what you get the initial outlay, don't you? But bowls isn't an expensive sport, is it? People don't think twice to paying 150 quid for a drive or something like that. Bowlers want
150
things for
quid
nothing.
for a driver. Where
Is
do
it
you
not?
go?
I
Sports
don't
Direct.
play. Is it more than that?
Other
is it?
sports shops are available.
I was talking about a driver. Drive his car. Chauffeur.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
It's
thing is as well, I wrote a post last week, and I know, well played here, Mark. It's a great effort. I know it's going to come with, obviously, people getting more and more accustomed to it, but I did write a post to say that until the players start to understand that blocking all of the key shots by standing in front of the camera is the equivalent of the cameras panning on the goalkeeper when there's a 25-yard shot scored in a football match. You lose all of the excitement, and that is what people tune in to watch. Players have really got to tune into the fact of that centre line is a no-go. 3.5 foot either side of it. Just move. Because there is absolutely no point whatsoever in paying £2,000 a day for streaming if
For
people are
somebody
just going to
standing.
stand in front of all the key shots in the match.
Yep. No, it's a difficult one because when you look at it, you want to show some team games, don't you? The atmosphere, the noise, the atmosphere to show team games. I mean, we struggle sometimes singles and pairs to see ahead. If you put 8 people in front of that, you've got absolute no chance. You're going to need one of these wires down the top, one of these like they do in football matches, but that costs thousands.
Richie on a zip line. That's my
Richie
idea.
on a
I'm
zip
going to the
line.
Dragon's Den on that one. I'm going to get Richie again down a zip line on the top of the green.
We've got drones. Are drones the way forward? But they're a bit noisy, aren't they, at the moment?
Depends. You can get them quite high, can't you, and zoom right in with them. But
That's the thing. Are drones the way forward? But then, knowing my luck, I'd take someone's eye out with it.
well, Mark's right down the neck of this. Right down the neck of this.
Moved everything.
Oh, he's been unlucky.
Apart from the right one.
He has been unlucky.
Good ball though. Percentage shot, as you would call it in your book of rubbish. Book of game management, sorry. Someone came up before, didn't they, in a Durham accent? That sounded like Mr. Bean. Excuse me, do you know where I can get a copy of Game Management by David Bolt? I said yes, the local bin.
Oh, he's hilarious, he used to do. Just you wait till it's a bestseller. It'll get an Oprah sticker. You watch.
I'll have to start bringing me sigh into play, aren't I? I'm a really loud sigh so they know they're stood in the way. Followed by the waft.
Helen Simmons is saying, tell the markers to have a word with the players in the nicest possible way. I'm probably being a little bit unfair and just focusing on the players there, Helen, but there are still quite a lot of markers out there who can't quite grasp that centre line thing as well. Just needs to start to become a bit of a natural thing that people do.
Looks like England won their under 25 tables after day one. England 2 points, Wales 2 points, Ireland 2 points, Scotland 2 points.
Oh.
Each nation won 1 game out of 2. Thanks, Claire. Great update there. Looks like England are just ahead on shot difference, looking at it.
Down the line here, Mark. Strength required. And that's not bad neither, I don't think. Just over. Women's standing, England absolutely flying. 4 points plus 77. That's a shot difference and a half, isn't
That's good, isn't it? 4 points plus 77. It's only 4 rings. Is it 4 rings? 6 rings, this one, is it?
it? No. This
3 of each. Thanks, Rick. Sorry, Rich. It's a game of give us a clue then, wasn't it? 3 syllables.
Ted Rogers.
Second syllable.
Got Ted Rogers on the camera here. 3, 2, 1. All of that malarkey. Where's Dusty Bin?
It does take some going then, doesn't it? 3 rings plus 77.
England are blessed with some top-notch under 25 women. Got to say, some great players.
They add the trophies together for the team events, don't they? As in, there's a trophy for the women, for the girl, for the lasses, the lads, and then there's the overall. They add
Team.
both.
Well, adding both together, are they?
For the overall team.
Right.
So there's 3 titles on offer, shall we say?
And a bendy bully.
Yeah, and a bendy bully.
Then they risk it all for
Yeah.
101 in 6 darts for the flight home.
This is what you could have won.
You can take £121 or open the box. Oh, he's got the top edge. He's got the top edge.
Just to steady the ship
He
here.
does, yeah.
Just needs to
This
steady the ship.
set might just run away from him. He's going to need a big ball for his last.
I feel like I've been here forever. What time is it? Oh, I have.
What is the time? 9:36.
Hopefully tomorrow Richie will have his bacon butty and record breaking time less than 3.5 hours.
Good.
I mean, I know it's chewy, but Christ, not 3 hours worth.
What?
Now this is a big bowl, this, isn't it? This either keeps him
It
in it
is.
or probably loses him the second set.
It is a big ball. And it's not the most pleasant head to play to either.
Where that fell from. My eyes are absolutely gone dreadful. I can't. You'll get this one day. You have to wear. Oh, heating's gone off. That could change it now, couldn't it? I'll drop to at least below 27.
He's marking. He's going to get back here.
That's a 1-2. Ooh,
Could have.
interesting. That they just won now, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
on to Jack. They'll be happy with that, I think.
The side one's definitely in, Mark. Really?
How many rounds have these players played today?
How many
Hold the line caller.
How many vodkas has Mark had if he thinks that's a measure?
What, round 1, round 2, round 3. 6. You've got to win 6. 6 games in 12 and a half. No, 6 games in 13 hours. Yeah. Tomorrow, 7 games. There's an extra round tomorrow, isn't there?
Oh, good.
More people in. I'm sure you'll be
I'm
happy with
ecstatic
that.
about that, Jason. Yeah, thanks. I'm definitely out in a wheelchair tomorrow. I'll need pushing up the green.
Simon Skelton did it, didn't he?
I
that
did,
year?
exactly. It's good enough for
Came out
Simon,
like
it's
a
good
scene
enough for
from Little
me.
Britain, didn't he? The music. You were in commentary box with Potters that year. No, was it you?
No.
Oh, the music started, the smoke machine went off, and poor Tom Weirple pushed Simon out from under this smoke. Like, yeah, no. Bucky's lost millions that day, didn't he? Yeah, come out waving like some bloody little bit of celebrity. you know.
They're in the World Championship.
Oh, Andy,
Yeah,
you
no.
can play the forehand or you can play the backhand.
Yeah, no.
I like it. On that one. Like, stop it. Like a food, we're getting delusional. We're going McDonald's afterwards.
Vicky Marie, it's a long day. It certainly is a long day.
And we're doing it all again tomorrow in 11 hours' time. As Richie goes for his car. Trying to get some scores from the final at Bromley. Mr. Thornhill down there, I think he's fell asleep. Ongo's typing. James Rippey in the final. It's his birthday today. That'll be a good birthday present, won't it?
Very nice. Got the same age as me, James, 35.
35?
He'll be about 43, 44. Mr. Rippey.
James Rippey against Lee Harris in the Bromley final. James Rippey is 6-3 up. Playing the last end of the first set. So 3 up, playing the last end of the first set. You're doing well on your diet though, aren't you? You've lost quite a bit again.
Do you think?
I think, yeah. I think.
Done alright considering I've been on my backside for the last 8 weeks with my foot.
Even in the face. I mean, last year you had more chins than a Chinese phone book with.
Richie, cut back on commentary, will you? He's going over the stand in a minute, this one.
All Jack.
Oh, he's got the gap.
How on earth is that gone so quick? He must have thought he was all over that Jack when he's shouting it in.
He didn't, he followed it until almost a foot away. Looks close. Oh. This is where the game management is. Jack should have shut it down, never looked like it.
Jack needs to run. He needs to run or he's giving Mark a big chance. Big chance.
I thought I might have played down the other hand, you know, between the
just hit
shot
the
ball
walls,
and the
yeah.
other ball. Play down to
He
that
just
back
needed
ball.
to get something else in the mix, really, didn't he? He's,
This gets him right back in this if he gets this. Not easy.
will Mark go quick for the ball or will he try very similar to his last?
I think trouble is, I think if he just plays just up, turns the jack for 3 or 4, he could actually wing off Jack's back to the jack. Jack's jack. James Rippey's just won first set 7-3.
Gone quicker than I expected, isn't
Playing
it?
for the ball through the hole, is it?
He's close to Jack. No, he's under it.
Oh.
He's under it.
Oh dear. The hole there.
So a little bit of a mountain to climb from Mark here.
Yeah, Jack just needs to win either of these last 2 ends.
Mark's got to be thinking 3 and a 2.
Yep.
And draw's good enough.
I think he just needs to maybe take a quick slow down or something. He just needs to just steady a bit. See a little bit of frustration coming in. He's had a few just little nibbles the wrong way. A couple of little holes as well.
Solid start from Jack here. good ball. Not a ball away neither. All over this jack. All over the jack. Great ball. Not a bad reply if you're up, Jack. Just lacking. Pace required again. He'll get back all of this. Oh, he's very good again here, you know. What a head he's building up here.
Oh,
Great stuff.
two amazing bowls.
Great stuff.
Two really good bowls. Down the forehand.
I think Jack's got to be thinking to himself. He's got to try and draw, even if it's
Dead
really
close,
close.
yeah.
Third ball. 2 is not the end of the world for Jack. It
No.
still means Mark needs a 3 going to last.
Yeah, don't panic. Just draw like you say.
Is he timing this? I think he is, you know. He's timing this. I'm surprised. He's close though. Oh, he's played a humdinger here.
Oh,
Nice.
fabulous.
Nice.
I mean, and he's come out of that really well.
Nice.
hasn't he? Really well.
That's
It's a brave shot.
It's pretty much a set winner there, isn't it?
Short, touching the jack.
It's
Yes.
going to take some beating that.
Yes, it was a great bowl and a very good finish as well. To finish right in front of it with a live bowl. So you've got to think about this, haven't you? Kind of play that pace, that yard over, try and dislodge it. But if you miss, you keep your bowl on the green.
Yeah.
That's the key, isn't it?
Yep.
The key is keeping the bowl on the green, not playing too quick. Corner and run, release the jack and run with it. Can still get the shot out of it. No more than 4 feet, I'd say.
Is he up enough? That looks like it needs to run a bit. That's done him no favours. Just the one, I think.
No, I think that's coming for second.
2 feet past the jack.
Ah, definitely. Set over if he gets this 18 inches, 2 foot past. Makes a second ball. This looks further up than Mark's. Yep, does just as good a job. He's beating the ball.
Still has to play a yard over, corner, the left-hand corner of the green ball, which will release the jack, and then hopefully your ball will run round. That's the only thing he's got here. Does need that flick and run. If not, we're into a tie break.
Not so sure that pace is going to get him what he needs. Yeah. One to Jack. To be fair, the game just, I think it's, it deserves a tie break. I think it's both players have played really well.
So into a tie break, so they'll toss for the jack. No. Tie break. They want they've done the toss already.
Yeah, Mark on.
Mark won the toss. Give him the. Oh, he's
Mark won the
keeping
toss, he's keeping it.
them.
So I could think about this. If he's keeping the jack, he must already know the length he's going to play. 'Cause that's, you know, to get rid of that last bowl, you've got to really tip yourself on this length now, isn't it? So the jack cast is absolutely crucial. Because you don't get it exactly where you want it, there's no point in taking the jack, is there?
Just short of a full length here. Good opener.
That's what you want.
Good opener. Just pulling up short. Great road. Doesn't like this. Not up, I don't think. This looks in the vicinity. Is he up? Is he up?
Still hanging on.
Oh, what an effort. Not quite.
You hold.
Mark still lies.
Nice little touch.
Yep. Jack, I've been looking for 12 inches. Only lost.
Is that like a meatball marinara foot long? Is that 12 inch?
If he's got that 12 inches on, he's played one here. And he's on a good line again. Oh, what an effort.
Dipped in it quick.
Good.
Dipped
Good
quick.
go, quick. Oh, meatball marinara. Just ate a meatball marinara.
Not a fan of Subway. I always find it a bit like the plastic.
I'm always disappointed with Subway after
Yeah.
I've eaten it. Because there's none left. Oh, you can't beat a meatball marinara.
Alright, just bloody salivating here.
I know, I'm starving.
Dribbled in me peanuts. Been eating them 3 hours. Oh, my eyes are sore. Right.
Mark's asking this to stay out. This might end up a bad ball, actually. This might take Jack's draw line away. I think it's the worst ball in the world.
I think Jack will play up for the bowl now. Underneath that for the bowl. Get a little edge off it onto the jack.
Tight, he could plumb his own front ball up.
Plumb it.
plummet. Aye, we're topping 200 here on Facebook.
There's nothing on TV on a Saturday. True now.
Yeah,
Trying to time it underneath.
he doesn't look like he's on a bad line, I'll tell you.
Wow.
This is in the
Oh,
area.
he needs that good angle.
It's that plum I was
Needs a
talking
good angle.
about.
Like you mentioned that bit of plumage.
Oh, he's made
Oh,
it
he's
as
done
well.
it.
He's made it as well. Just got this urge to say you're a wizard, Harry.
You're what?
Got this urge to say you're a wizard, Harry, because he looks like Harry Potter, doesn't he?
Does he?
Does he? You having a laugh?
Smell like Brian.
Shut up, you. Do the camera.
You might need to work on that impression, Davey.
Yeah.
Just framed it that last bowl, didn't it? No.
Might probably ruin his luck there, but to be fair, Jack gave himself every chance with the pace that he played and down the line he played. So
Percentage bowl, as you say. Give yourself more than that one option.
we nominated it, didn't we? Well plumbed. Interesting as well that Jack's given Mark the jack, or giving him the mat again, and he's changed to a completely different length.
Yeah.
Haven't
He's got the jack short,
taken the mat himself on the first end and played it completely different. Interesting. Must admit, that's why I'm always a fan of giving the mat away, 'cause you just got that chance with the last ball and there ain't a thing you can do
Just
about
shows you there, don't it? That little bit of luck, and you haven't got that reply of you.
it. Can't do a thing about it. Great ball, Jack. Great ball. Oh, it's a absolute smoker. Needs to hang on.
What would you do? Leave it? I'd leave this.
I think he's just got to beat Mark's ball. That's sort of 10 inches behind the jack there. If he can get anywhere
Yeah,
near that.
fling it wide, yeah.
Certainly doesn't want to be sitting anything next to it. He's certainly not doing that.
Flags you off the back of the jack, please.
Sorry, say again.
The gap shot wall.
There isn't.
Needs to change something with this.
It's tight, isn't it?
Looks it for me. I think.
It's in trouble now.
Probably get to the other spot on the other side. Would you?
Yeah, because it's not the last end of the tie break, so we can't nominate to kill this. You know, it will be respotted. I think the way he's playing is probably right. He just needs to land solid on the jack and then just hope for that little bit of lady luck.
Yeah. This looks a better ball from Jay. He does not want to sit near
Not
his own.
want to
Oh
turn
my
this.
word.
Does not want to turn this.
Oh my word. That ain't a good ball. Well, then again, he's fallen, so it's not too bad, to be fair.
Yeah, be praying that it fell.
I thought he just released that Jack. Give Mark a shot there.
Little puff of the cheeks there from Jack.
Jack's walking
We'll give, him
past,
his,
man.
we'll give him his critique later.
Jack's just walking past saying, I know what I'm doing, man. I know what I'm doing. Chill, lads, chill.
Who needs to cover it when you can drag it?
Yeah, just...
It's not easy, it's slightly easier, but it's not easy. It's a similar shot to what he needed last time, innit? It's that stun and run, but the main thing is, like you said, it's that giving that Jack away, so you've got that last bowl. That's it, that's the bonus here, isn't it? It's not just a case of getting the shot, you've got to get a good shot.
To be fair, I think the way Jack's ended up manufacturing that, I can't see him getting anything else apart from his own balls, even if it comes through.
Dead draw.
I think that's all he's got, isn't he?
It can be almost nearly a foot over the way he bends down that hand. Can he get enough of the jab against the other green pole?
It's not a pretty head from this one. I don't think Jack meant to play that, but I think it's actually given him a better position. Well, ball's away. It looks tight to me.
I was liking it. I thought it was tight, but he likes it.
I think it can only get ball onto ball.
Come on.
You can only get ball onto ball. Yeah.
Unlucky. So
Great
it's going
effort.
to be Jack Bird from Yorkshire County. He's going to book his place into the Lean to Succeed Scottish International Open at West Lothian on the 1st of November. He will take his place in the draw and face Mervyn King in the afternoon session. Tough game, isn't it, against Merv? He's always a very steady character, isn't he,
Yep.
Mervyn?
Be a good game. It'll be a good little battle, that one.
Yep.
But, well played, Jack.
We'll be back with you. What time? My God, in about 4 hours.
Yeah, after 25 chicken nuggets and a McChicken sandwich meal, I'll be getting in the car and coming back again.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us here. Massive thank you to you two as well, once again. We're back with you tomorrow for the start of the World Open Singles here at Stanley and Doubles Club at 8:30.